even happening, the fact that our two skins touch each other can pass certain STIs, parasitic ones, right? Yeah, no, totally. But so this is going to give you a little extra added protection along the outside there. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. So then when that's done, to get this out, all you guys are going to do is twist it once or twice. So you're basically closing the semen that's inside of there and pulling it out like this. Okay? And so the ring is super flexible. You guys see how it's
That ain't gonna hurt?
there? Doesn't hurt, no. These are, I'm telling you, these are amazing sexual tools here. Okay?
I have a lot of on that too. Cool thing about female condom is that it can be put in up to 8 hours before having sex too. So for like comfort level, if we're talking about that, if folks want to get used to it for a little bit, you can, unlike the male condom, you can insert that hours before sex to kind of adjust, let your body adjust, I guess. But no, it's not.
So if you know you're like going out, you know, if you're like gonna be like out, you might meet your boo later on, you don't want to deal with like actually inserting anything in between that time, put it in before you go out, and you're all good. Make sense? The one thing to really know about these though, if you're using them, is that you do have to hold them when you start having any kind of intercourse, okay? So anal or vaginal, you can't just start because it's super easy for the outside material to get pulled inside, either the anus or the vagina. So as you start having intercourse, just to hold it on top of your clit or hold it on top of your anus so that everything is secure. Does that make sense, you guys? And lots of extra lube, right? Lube is our best friend for both male and female condoms. So lube helps prevent tearing, right?
Yeah,
so any kind of tearing in both, oh thanks, I can even just do it in my fingers, that's even better. Any kind of tearing during vaginal or anal sex, tearing like any opening of like the walls of the vagina or the walls of the anus is just going to make you a lot more prone to infection, which we love to avoid because safe sex is hot sex, right? Does that make sense? Awesome. So, lube on the inside of condoms, lube on the outside of condoms, anywhere you like it, lube is our best friend. Cool? Awesome. Then, I'm just going to show you, I'll show you both with a male condom and a female condom too. Who knows what a dental dam is used for? A dental dam. And I'm not just talking about like when we go to the dentist, what we use dental dams for.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a dental dam or another purpose? Oral sex. Yes, ma'am. Were you here when we did this, or you just know all this? Oh, I watched the movie. That's awesome. Totally used for oral sex, right? So we know that when women are receiving or giving oral sex, that there's also, you can get infections that way, right? So we want to protect ourselves by creating a barrier in between the mouth and the vagina. Yeah. So the way to do that is by using these female condoms, obviously not after you use them during intercourse, right? This is a new female condom now that I've just taken out. And you guys can poke a hole in these pretty easily with your fingers, especially if you have nails like I don't have. Or all you're going to do is cut a little hole in the side here, and you're going to make one long tear along the side of the condom. Okay, you guys see that? How I just made one long tear? And then it's super easy after you make one tear to pull the ring off the top, right? I already took the ring out of the inside of the condom because I wanted a new bracelet because they're really beautiful accessories. So then what you have here is this nice piece of polyurethane, right? And all you're gonna do to protect yourself during oral sex is either you hold the piece of polyurethane against yourself or have your partner hold it against yourself, right? So again, all we're making sure that happens is there's something in between the mouth and the vagina, so no infection gets passed between those two things, yeah? Because we know that what infections can you guys get from oral sex? Herpes, for sure. What else? HIV you can get in very low risk situations. So HIV you can get if there are small cuts in your mouth so that it enters the bloodstream, right? So you might have cuts in your mouth if you just like brush your teeth or if you've eaten a ton of Doritos or something like that. But the lube that we want to use in contact with any of these barrier methods should be water-based, right? So water's not the best lube. KY Jelly is a water-based lube that you find in like all CVS's and Walgreens. Spit, again, anything that says water-based on it. So like any of the lubes that ICA provides for folks, which we have tons all around the office that you can take home, they say water-based on it. You can take home. Okay, just make sure that you're not using just like any old over-the-counter lotion or oil. Last thing to say about these dental dams, you guys, is if I'm using it like this, right, and I'm like, oh, this is the best oral sex ever, just flip the dental dam over. Is that a safe practice? No. Why?
All the, like, especially in the tongue and all that.
Yeah.
All through the saliva.
You just like pass it right to yourself, right? So it's the same as the condom, like never wanting to flip any of those things.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about power and oppression, which is something that we did at our last convening. We went through 2 workshops, so we're going to go through kind of a condensed version of those 2 workshops. So before we get into that, what do you guys think of when you hear the word power? What does that mean to you?
Money.
Money? Okay. What else? So exactly right. So power is the ability to control circumstances, right? So those words that you pointed out, people in power are people who can control certain circumstances. Kinds of what you're saying, a privilege is kind of a special advantage that certain people have that not everyone has. So access absolutely is a privilege because we don't all have access to either the same resources or pool of opportunities, I guess. So an example maybe of, not even an example, I'm sorry, before I say that. When we talk about privilege though, which is kind of what we're going to focus on right now, we have to remember that people have privilege at the expense of someone else, right? Does that mean here, this group, wealthy people, why would we have wealthy people up here as a privileged group? Why are wealthy people privileged?
Because they have more than most people don't.
Exactly. And so at whose expense, right? Or the oppressed group, this is the whose expense is it at, or our target group, you might hear us say as well. At whose expense is it? The poor people. Yep, absolutely. Or we might say low income. Low income poor people. So good. So next we have white people up here. Who's at the expense of white people or Caucasian, which is a really small percentage who are actually Caucasian. But at whose expense is that? You're absolutely right, but we would identify them as people of color. Anyone who's not in this category of white Caucasian. So men, at whose expense do men have privilege? Women, yeah. So adults. Yeah.
And that includes children, too, for sure.
Okay, so heterosexual folks. At whose expense? LGBTQ folks?
Yeah, I couldn't get that word.
So
we want to throw it all in there.
Yeah, so we use the term LGBTQ. Does everyone know what that stands for?
Lesbian, gay, bisexual,
I kind of like cute.
Yes. Oh, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. So, U.S. citizens.
immigrant.
Yeah. So, English-speaking folks. At whose expense?
Bilingual people.
Well, I don't want to speak in 2 languages, but it can't only apply to Spanish
Right.
because it's more than Spanish, it's French, Chinese. I don't know what the
Maybe just 4 languages.
Yeah. What language?
Or non-English speaking.
Just that is it. We get really creative with it, right?
Yeah, so people, non-English speaking